guys, it's Danielle. I'm a full-time reseller on eBay and Poshmark where you can find me at Rosie_reselling. And today I have a video for you that is totally unrelated to eBay or Poshmark, but it is finally an update video on one of my ThredUP boxes that I sent in. So I'm embarrassed to admit that this box has actually been processed for quite a while, and I was putting off doing this video. My dog's barking. I was putting off doing this video because I had to figure out how to insert pictures over here, but I will do it. Anyway, if you haven't watched the video of what I sent in, I'm going to link it in one of these upper corners, and you should go check that out because it shows you everything that I sent in, what I paid for it, what I'm expecting from it, things like that. Anyway, so today I'm going to go over the stuff that they accepted, the stuff they didn't accept. I'm going to go over what they originally priced it at, and I'm going to cover what I changed the price to, as well as there's a couple things that have sold already, so I'm going to tell you what they sold for, what my payout or potential payout is from those items. So, if you see me looking down, it's because I have all these notes. All this information requires notes, and so I have to look at it in order to give you guys the right information and make sure that I've got my facts straight. So, the first item is a pair of Kobe Halperin dress pants, and the Kobe Halperin pants were originally priced at $77.99, and I marked the price up to $169.99, and they have yet to sell. So instead of saying they haven't sold yet for every single item, I'm only going to tell you about the ones that have sold because there are only 3 of them. So the next was a pair of Acris Punto pants. They were like a navy blue dress pant. They originally priced these pants at $66.99, and I marked the price up to $269.99. Now again, if you've seen any of my follow-up videos before, I do try to price things toward the max price that ThredUP allows. This is a tactic that I've heard works well, and it does seem to be working pretty well for me. However, some of these prices are very high, some I don't think are necessarily realistic, and so I'm going to lower the prices as I go. You know, maybe every week, maybe every 2 weeks. I'm still kind of messing with the timeline on when I'm going to be lowering the prices, but I am going to lower them. I'm not going to keep the pants at, you know, $269.99 forever. That I don't really even think that's realistic of a price that I'm going to get for them. Anyway, the next is an Acris Punto long sleeve, like it was a sweater dress, if you remember. They originally priced this at $162.99, which is a pretty good starting price, and I marked it up to $499.99, so that's pretty high, but we'll see what happens. The next is a pair of Lafayette 148 dress pants. A Lafayette 148 dress. This was like the sleeveless brown sweater dress. They originally priced this at $100.99. What an odd price. Why not $99.99? I don't get their pricing at all, but whatever. I marked it up to $399.99, so we'll see what happens. The next is the Michael by Michael Kors dress that I said I was just going to be trying to liquidate that I got for free. They priced this dress at $26.99. I did mark the price up to $49.99 just for like the first 10 days. Then I'm going to lower it and we'll see what happens. The next is an Armani Colezioni skirt. And if you remember, this was just kind of a career pencil skirt. They priced the skirt at $74.99 and I marked the price way up to $299.99. The next was the Nanette Lepore. It was like a red long sleeve off the shoulder top. Now you're going to have pictures. I don't have pictures while I'm filming the video. So I just have to kind of, you know, go off what I got. And that's these notes. They originally priced this at $32.99 and I have marked the price up to $99.99. The next was an Ann Taylor new with tags skirt. This was like a maroon color, a fit and flare skirt, new with tags. They only priced it at $13.99, which I thought was kind of shockingly low. And I marked it up to $69.99. So that's honestly not as high as I would have liked them to let me price it at. I would have been more comfortable around the $89.99 starting point. But hey, $69.99 is a lot better than nothing. The next is a pair of Lafayette 148 black dress pants. These pants, they originally priced at $59.99 and I marked them up to $229.99. The next were the Max Mara khaki pants, and if you remember, this was the only actual Luxe item that I sent in with this Luxe label. So the reason this bag got processed so quickly is because I did send it in with my final, sadly, Luxe label. So ThredUP is reevaluating the Luxe program, and they haven't decided what they're going to do with it, if they're going to bring it back, what the new format is going to be, so you can no longer get a Luxe label. But I did use my last one. Anyway, these pants, they originally priced at $110.99, and I changed the price to $289.99. The next were the helmet laying new with tags pants that I said I had listed several places for probably almost a year now, and they hadn't sold. Again, these are something that I am just looking to liquidate, but I am, again, starting at pretty close to the max price. So they originally priced these pants very low at $59.99. Wow. And I changed the price to $249.99. So I'm going to lower that pretty quickly. I'm going to get it down to probably close to the $50 mark because I only paid $6 and I do want to get rid of them. Okay, next is a pair of Lafayette 148 dress pants. Again, they priced these at $59.99, which seems to be their go-to price for Lafayette 148 dress pants. But honestly, I've been selling them in the past for much more than that. So I priced these up to $214.99, which must have been the max price that they allowed me to price them at. The next was the Acris Punto long sleeve that I had sent in before. They photographed it backwards and called it a track jacket when in fact it is just a turtleneck or mock neck sort of long sleeve. They priced this item at $69.99 and I changed the price of the item to $269.99. I do think this is a really unique piece. I think it's beautiful, I think it's high quality, and I do think it has the potential to sell in the $100 to $200 range, so I'm going to go for it. The next is a logo by Lori Goldstein. It was a plus size tank top with sort of an asymmetrical bottom hem. Had a geometric pattern. Anyway, they originally priced this item at $13.99. I marked the price up to $36.99, and I'm certainly happy I did because this item sold for $18 and sold for $36.99, and I made $8.70. I know I made $8.70. I wrote $18.70, but I know that that's not true. Anyway, I only paid $3 for this item, so, I mean, yeah, you could argue that it wasn't worth picking up, but I essentially did no work. It's sold in a goodie box, so there's no waiting period, and I made $5.70, which is pretty much like doubling or tripling my money for the item, so I'm pretty happy with that. And honestly, if I found another plus size logo by Lori Goldstein tank top for $3, I would buy it and I would send it in again. So that's just me, but you can take that information and use it as you wish. The next was the Calvin Klein collection skirt. This had a torn off tag that was like partially torn off, and on the ThredUP website they did mark it as new with tags. So that's good to know that things with a partially torn off tag, they may still mark as new with tags. They priced this item at $119.99 and I priced it up to $499.99. Okay, the next was the Nanette Lepore blue long sleeve top. Both of these were sort of a summery floral and bird pattern top, these Nanette Lepore tops. This one they priced again at $32.99 and I marked the price up again to $99.99. Okay, the next two are French Connection sweaters. If you remember, they were both red sweaters. They were both new with tags. The tags both said the same price. That being said, I tore the little price part off of the tag, and ThredUP marked it as if they had different original prices. So the first sweater, they originally priced at $23.99, and I was able to mark the price up to $74.99. The second sweater, they originally priced at $28.99, and I was able to price the sweater at $93.99. So it's interesting. I don't know how they decide these prices. I really don't get it. I don't know if there's a rhyme or reason or if it's just one person's opinion about the pricing. I really don't know, but hopefully I'll learn. That's the goal of all this, is to learn things. Okay, the next is the Laundry by Shelly Segal top. They originally priced this top at $37.99 and I priced it up to $99.99. So we'll see how that does. I also sent in a French Connection dress, if you remember. It was a little bit outdated, one of their older tag styles. They originally priced this at $28.99 and I priced it up to $93.99. The next was a Banana Republic new with tags pencil skirt, and if you remember, it was sort of a blue and white geometric pattern, really cute, new with tags. They only priced this at a starting price of $10.99. I priced it up to $46.99, which is the highest they let me price it. Again, that's not like as high as I would have wanted to price it, but it's alright. I'll still make a good profit if it sells for that. The next was the J. Crew new with tags, like ruffled sleeveless tank top. They priced this at $24.99 originally, and I marked it up to $69.99. Okay, the next item is one of the others that has sold. This was the Ralph Lauren little baby sleeper. It wasn't really a sleeper. It didn't really have feet. Anyway, they priced this at $14.99. I priced it up to $23.99, and my potential payout if the buyer does not return the item is $4.08. Now, I paid 99 cents for that, and I'm really not sure if a $3 profit was necessarily worth it. That being said, it was really lightweight, and if I can pick up these new with tags children's items, fill a whole ThredUP 30-pound bag of them for only a $10.99 return fee, it may be worth my money to send in, a whole children's items bag. I don't know. I might still do a little bit more experimenting with children's items. So I did turn a profit. Again, not huge. Okay, the next is a Lafayette 148 long sleeve top, and they originally priced this at $46.99. I priced it up to $139.99. The next is the final item that has already sold, and this was the Sanctuary top that had the newest Stitch Fix tags on it. Had the Sanctuary tag, but it also had tags from Stitch Fix. Now, when they photographed it, they had the tag out of the shirt, so you could see that it was from Stitch Fix, even though it didn't specifically say it in the listing. So they originally priced this item at $27.99. I marked the price up to $60.99, and I'm very glad I did because it sold for full price of $60.99, and I made $22.33, and that money I already have. It is in my account because it sold in a goodie box. And if something sells in a goodie box on ThredUP, it doesn't actually show as sold. It shows as reserved for a little while, and then they mark it as sold, and you get paid out for these items right away. This item I am very happy with. I paid $5. I made $22.33. Honestly, that's greater than some of the profits I make on items that I pick up to sell myself. And I know what the profits are going to be when I sell them. I'll pick up a $5 item to sell it for $20 any day. And that means I'm only making like 17. So I'm only making 12. I'm only netting 17 and making 12 after the cost of goods. So that's a profit I'm really, really happy with. Okay, the J. Crew button-down top that was new with tags, they also accepted. They priced it at $17.99, and I marked the price up to $68.99. The coat, like the wool black coat that I received for free, they priced this at $19.99, and they did mark it under assorted brands, as I expected, and I marked the price up to $46.99, which was the max price. It has been in and out of people's carts, so I do feel fairly confident that it is going to sell close to the $40 range. Last two items. One is the French Connection gray sweater, which was a much more modern style than the two red sweaters. They originally priced this sweater at $25.99, and I was able to mark the price up to $93.99, so really happy with that. The last and final item was the Calvin Klein new with tags dress. They priced this item at $34.99, and I was able to mark the price up to $99.99. So, those are the items they accepted. I've waited so long to make this video that I already have the items back that they did not accept, so I'll show them to you. They did not accept 3 items. One of the 3 I was not expecting, but I saw great potential that they may not accept. It was this Carlisle blazer that appears to either have not come with a belt or be missing a belt. So it has belt loops. I mentioned this in the first video, but it doesn't have a belt. This I'm not planning to send back into ThredUP. This is something that I'm just gonna list myself. I realized that this was a possibility when I picked up this jacket, and now I know. Things that look like they could be or are missing a belt are not things I'm going to be picking up to send to ThredUP because they are not likely going to accept them. That I'll be selling on my own. The next thing is the only it's the only red French Connection sweater that I sent in that was not new with tags. I have not checked this over for flaws yet, so it may have a flaw. I don't see any right off the bat. So if it has a flaw, I will list it on my own. If it doesn't, I may experiment with sending it back into ThredUP. The final item that they did not accept, so if you're keeping count, that's 3, are these The Row pants by Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen. I was surprised that they didn't accept these. And to be honest, as soon as I got them, I checked them over for flaws really well, and I didn't see any. So they may have just not accepted it for seasonality. They may have not accepted it because career things may not be doing as well for them right now, given that most people are working from home. I don't know why, but I have decided that I am for sure going to be sending these back into ThredUP because I don't see any major noticeable flaws. And sometimes that just happens. They don't accept things for seasonality because they have flaws, you know, different reasons like that. Sometimes that just happens. So those are the only 3 items that they did not accept. And that means that of the 32 items I sent in, they accepted 29. That's a 91% acceptance rate. Honestly, this is only the 7th bag I've sent into ThredUP. Oh, sorry. The 7th bag I've sent in. And I'm pretty happy to have a 91% acceptance rate on the 7th bag I've sent in. That being said, I buy the items that I send in from regular thrift stores. I'm not buying them from the bins or somewhere where quality control can be a little bit lower. So I quality check them, the Goodwill store quality checks them, and ThredUP quality checks them. So it is probably a little bit easier for me to catch the flaws, for flaws to be caught. Within all 3 of those quality checks, it's probably a lot easier for flaws to be caught. So I'm aiming for 100% acceptance rate, obviously. If I ever get 100% acceptance rate, you will see it in my title. I will be very excited. So I'm still learning. I'm happy that 3 things have sold. They all sold within the first week of the things being listed, and I am really excited about this box. So after the box has run out of time, after it's been 60 or 90 days, depending on the brand, I will reclaim the items. And I will let you guys know what sold, what was worth sending in, what wasn't worth sending in, what I would send in again, what I wouldn't, things like that. Which brands I might pick up, which brands I might not pick up. So if you want to see another video like that in 2 to 3 months, stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, and if you like this video and my updates on ThredUP hauls, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps my channel. Thank you guys so much.